What's up, guys? This is the Rifleman, and I am back to bring you to the next episode of my Empire Total War Let's Play as the United States of America. And in this episode, we're attacking the capital of Iran, which is owned by the Russian Empire. Interesting. Yeah. So, 21st century political metaphor right here. Anyway, let's get cracking. Abraham Opokno is about to go down. So once we take Esfahan, we're probably going to take a turn to get people up on the border. Then it'll be time to attack the Ottoman Empire. Once we'll take back, we'll declare war on the Mamelukes because the Mamelukes are an Ottoman protectorate. I don't think a protector can decline to be involved in a war against a protectorate. I mean, unless there's a mechanic where the protectorate suddenly gets to become independent, I don't know. Right, so guns up on the high ground. Howitzers a little bit closer, but we are going to be whipping around this high ground. We are going to be whipping around the top of this here high ground, and let's make sure. Okay. So you men open fire, give them a volley. And we want to do something like this. Our artillery is being engaged. Howitzers just keep attacking the enemy heavy horse artillery. Well, actually, looks like we all need to attack the heavy horse artillery. Heavy horse howitzer. That's the most dangerous gun team they've got. Bit of friendly fire from our own artillery, but that's acceptable. Ah yes, and our general. Forgot about him. Okay, the infantry can go back to walking again. I've killed one more crewman. And these guys, because of the direction we're coming from, they won't get involved. Now you're seeing the enemy fortifications are helping, although they are now not firing. In which case then let's start to pick off some of these other units. Really where I want to be is here. I might actually prefer all my cavalry on the right, light troops on the left. Okay, just to run into position because the enemy is onto us. Quick line these enemy concentrations. And to be fair, engage them with artillery too. And we're going to charge into our enemy block. Mob them. Mob the enemy cavalry. Quick line coming in, done some reasonable, No, actually, it's done some not very good hits. There you go. We've surrounded the enemy cavalry. Winning decisively, they say, but we can afford to lose more infantrymen than they can of cavalry. Okay, you men pull up here. No, what are you doing? Excellent. You may get into position. This unit. Like, what are you? Why are these guys like pivoting? Cavalry, get up here. Oh, good hit. Good quick climb hit. Hit the enemy Tatar. Oh, shattered real easy. Okay, this infantry. No, don't withdraw. All this cavalry get over here. Advance towards the enemy. Get some company cavalry on the rear towards the enemy guns. There's an enemy Bjorni Streltsy. Bring my cuirassier in for that. And mortar company moving in. Oh, they want to chase down the cavalry I've sent to go kill the enemy artillery. Makes sense. Cavalry in, I think, because the enemy doesn't really have any strength. Artillery ceasefire. Native Lancers charging in. Attack that small square of Cossack infantry. Should be able to clear that out pretty nicely. The Bjorni Streltsy wants to fight but doesn't want to fight at the same time. Okay, let's intercept that Russian general. The one who models himself as a bit of an Alexander the Great. Oh, his staff is running. He's in here somewhere. Not that it matters, the city has fallen. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Isfahan is ours, so let's get repairing. Yeah, replenishing. You will just come and deal with those handful of jokers. Yeah, you guys are ready to push up against Ardabil next turn. Let's do a bit of recce. A couple of these units have stopped. That's not ideal. Okay, push up. Repair the port. You've still got orders, as have you, as have you, as have you. Good. What about you? Your mission is to spy on Ankara. Okay, that looks like everything mostly. Yeah, we're ready. This army's probably going to run in and attack Patras and Athens. So tune is start to recruit some dragoons to help garrison Valletta when we leave. They're just about coming to terms with us here. Naples. You're getting ready for an invasion as well. You're in position. Okay, let's bring you down, actually. Yeah, you're still maintaining your pressure against Russia from the north. And we're also barreling into Moscow. Bring away the Ottomans right now are currently allied, but hopefully not for long. Okay, you're getting 2 more elite infantry, so you need 2 rifleman scouts plus bog standard regular unit of infantry. Then you will be ready to be employed, because you'll probably go for Cairo and hit the Ottomans in the Middle East from the west. Because I think if we use this army to attack Patras and Athens, we'll be able to cut the legs off of the Ottoman Empire in the Balkans, while these guys smash through the Caucasus and push forward and capture their economic centres. So Harrisburg, yep, don't need you. Leoborg, don't need you. Com, don't need you. Yes, let's put a church, school. Repair everything else. Nice, because right now we've got a lot of resistance to foreign occupation. Could probably do with... Well, no, we'll build 2... We'll have 2 church schools once the university is destroyed. Okay, let's hit enter.
Harvesting.
Yeah, some of our armies that are pushing against the Russians are still going on. We've got more armies than we know what to do with. Take 1.
Awaiting further orders.
Okay. Crimea can do whatever Crimea wants to do. Don't really care. It's kind of why, to some degree, naval ops are most effective when it's as part of a combined campaign or strategy, because bouncing around the sea, it feels like they're more skirting the periphery of the situation rather than actually dealing with it. Don't worry, Prussia, your time will come. Once we've conquered the rest of the world and we've absolutely fortified our borders with you, surrounded them with American troops. Too late, me old mucker. Moscow's going to be ours, baby. So many troops. Right, I think I'm probably going to chop the recording here because Ottomans are going to Ottoman. So we might be able to see everything, but it'll take a really long time. So, see you in a second, everyone. And we're off. There's a couple of Russian raiders pushing up towards our territory, towards the deep in Russian territory, but it's only a small force, and we are every turn building up our defenses. Yeah, there we are. So if this guy goes for Ust, they're going to have a real problem on their hands, especially because these armies are now officially on their way. So you're going to go for each of those, and you're going to go for Kazan. It's going to take them a long time to get there, but that's okay.
Sir, your orders?
Right, construction. Naples done. State capital Lviv. Baluchistan gets a state house. So many church schools. Not many people like the Protestants in the Latin countries, which makes sense. Okay, keep on building. I mean, the main thing is, the main get is Moscow. But I just want to make sure, ultimately, may as well. Let's take Archangels first, because there's no army here. Because in an ideal world,
Can't sail there, Captain.
you men can take the garrison out of Finland, and you can just
Aye, sir.
you men go for Petrovskaya, secure the north of Russia.
Still shipshape.
Well, actually, I may as well do this now. Let's fight Moscow in a proper battle. Let's give them a bit of respect. So we'll take the Russian capital, and then we will hold it, and then try and swarm westward from our offensive, and then start building up our front line against Prussia. Well, we've still got the Ottomans to deal with first, I suppose. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, let's build a very formidable gun battery up here to deal a lot of death and destruction against the enemy. The garrison is token at best. Okay, put some of my elites, put skirmishers down on the left. My cavalry just sit back and relax. One unit of enemy mortars. Oh, let's try a bit of shrapnel shot. Quick climbers focus on the enemy infantry that's coming to meet us. Come on, fly. Yarg! And go on and bombard them. Get my foot artillery working on the infantry in the centre. Come on, garrison militia, we're going to get into position before you. Danger close quicklime. Very danger close quicklime. There we go. Bombardment. Folks with full artillery on supporting these poor little skirmishers. There we go. Push forward directly into the enemy's faces. Okay, you are engaging as well. Good. Engage these dug-in Marines. Push one unit up onto their flank. Force them to abandon their position. These mortar garrison units are... Right, they've had enough. Look at that. They're getting annihilated. Those Marines have had enough. Engage! Yep, they've had enough too. Twas ever thus. See you later, fellas. And that's the end of Moscow. GG. Excellent. It's going to take a bit of time. There we go. Get everything repaired. There's probably these... well, these Ottoman troops might attempt to try and take this territory back from us. Let's get rid of the University of Novgorod. Let's get rid of the seminary. Get rid of the monastery school. Build better roads. Okay, diplomacy. The Ottomans like us for now. Cancel our alliance with them. I'm doing this so I can cancel their military access. So now they've all been forced back in. So, because Russia retook this territory, they're probably down here. There we go. Now if they want... yeah, they've all been... a bunch of them have been pushed back to here. Should lead to some interesting battles, particularly around Lviv, depending on if they go for this territory or not. But I don't think we care, because... time has come. Let's see if Prussia helps us. Yeah, we've lost our trade with the Ottomans. Okay, let's start to send these armies on expeditions to the frontier. Okay, maybe bottle them up for a second. So you can push up towards the Armenian border. You men can push up north of Ardabil. So we're going to upgrade one church school. Industrialization problems are going to keep going up. But I wonder if... yeah, they don't actually mind us, so we can leave. In which case this army is going to get an order to go after Cairo. So, Valletta does not like being commanded by a... or being commanded by a handful of militia after they've just been conquered. So let's get this army out of Valletta, get my dragoons from Tunis into Safaki, get them into Valletta. There we go. They don't mind that quite so much. So Justin Crompton, Does anyone stop us at Patras? No, they do not. So we'll just demand the surrender of Patras. Upgrade the trade port at Pylos. Upgrade the government building, then upgrade by a church school. And because there's nobody at Athens, let's take Athens. Yep, just like that. So they really don't like us. If I exempt them from tax, they don't mind. Can I get any... Because you've got another sloop. Ah, you can't get into Athens without destroying this this fleet. Excellent. So you men get into port. Let's take this sloop to occupy Piraeus. Let's take... Well, that's Jebek to occupy Piraeus. This sloop to occupy... No. Sometimes it doesn't seem to... Like, look, I've got one ship selected.
Yes, Captain. Set sail.
Okay, let's do the opposite.
Any orders? Orders, Captain. Orders, Captain. Where to, Captain? Ship's orders.
6-3, well, first of all,
Ready and waiting.
6-3 attack Izmir.
Ready. Hands on deck. On our way.
6-3 attack Thessaloniki.
Prepare to engage. Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain. Way anchor. America expect orders.
That's what the sounds of it. I need to take this 6-3 out.
Any orders? Ready and waiting. Fleet ready.
You man blockade that small fleet there, and this fleet. Nothing there.
Enemy sail. Run up the collar.
Just run around raiding. And sit into Latakia. Okay.
Sir.
Murphy Cecil. Because our invasion of
Forward.
Greece has done really well already,
Orders.
this army
Sir. Orders received and understood.
is going to make for Cairo. Because there's nobody here to stop us. And our religious agents have done superb work to bring the population round to our way of thinking already. So we demand the surrender of Cairo, which we have got. They are ready for our arrival. We don't need to put a church school because they're already becoming quite nicely Protestant anyway. They're already majority Protestant. Spend a bunch of money improving their station. These troops are not able to jump onto Jerusalem,
Further orders.
but they're going to,
For battle.
because there's nobody at Damascus either. Yeah, that's already quite... Oh, we haven't even... Whoop, come on. There we go. We haven't even completed our takeover yet. I mean, that's an auto-resolve for darn sure. Okay, you men get ready. Upgrade the port. Build a ship to garrison it. Okay, you men. You guys need to hit this formation and drive them south. Same as you. Well, you need to be ready to help defend Klaus. Oh no, these are all just raiders. But yeah, there's an awful lot of Ottoman troops here. But this has already gone really well. Okay, let's get the view. No, they still don't like us yet.
Citizens.
Okay, let's go back to Azerbaijan,
Settlement under siege.
because we have a city to capture. Let's take Ardabil from the Ottoman dogs. But yeah, I think we've well and truly kicked the legs out from underneath them. I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble next turn. They've got a lot of troops to pay for, and they haven't lost a lot of troops in the loss of lots of their in a good chunk of their cities, so their economic structure could be quite bad, especially if my army in Cairo is able to just continue. If they can just take all 3 of those cities in one go, that'd be super. So the Ottoman Empire was still a crumbling mess. Okay, we're not going to be this attack from this direction. We're going to attack from this direction. So they don't have any mortars, which is great. They do have howitzer, so that can still do some damage. So we can make multiple breaches in eastern walls. Yeah, just quick line the centre with all this cavalry in here. There we go. Wood artillery are making the breach. We'll be in before we know it. We don't like aiming at corner pieces. That is an unending truth. Oh, misfires. Fire round shot, just because round shot fires a bit faster. Fires a bit faster and helps them actually gain experience. Because the thing is with quick climb is that the only kills that actually count towards experience is the initial shell detonation. Anything that dies in the cloud does not count. Low, high. Ooh, okay, we might have to actually support the wood artillery because we're actually being fired upon. It's not the howitzers, they're not firing at us yet. Yeah, we need to start, we need to make sure we knock a hole in the wall. Which we should get from here. The walls do come down quite easy. To 50% already, 51. Cool. Keep hammering them. Have you killed any gun teams? I've knocked out one of my guns, but that's okay. Let me in! Let me in! And then I'd like one of the howitzers to actually shoot at the... Oh no, looks like some of the, yeah, someone could be... Howitzers are already dead. It looks like, I guess these howitzers, because they sped up time, decided to auto-resolve, or auto-attack, I guess. And they just went for the artillery. Still, the loss of an enemy artillery unit's pretty good. Why are you guys not shooting? You're supposed to be making a breach. And with no foot artillery, any... Oh, there we go. Actually, we could start getting our howitzers quick climbing some of these units that we're deploying to defend. Arg! You know, aim for that section. Good hit on the Janissaries. Line forward. Cavalry forward. Yeah, foot artillery engage here. These Aurelia running back to the centre, in which case get one unit to attack the centre. So my foot artillery might be all firing at will. Not a terrible outcome. I'd like them to be chipping away at that section of the wall. Oh, threaded the needle there through that set of infantry. What about you guys? Will it climb high enough? No, it did not climb high enough. You're ripe for a quick climb hit. Even under cover. Yeah. Some on the periphery. Alright, I'm not going to try to attack the wall. I'm going to... Well, I'm probably going to attack over here. Got their reserves. Camels, Mamelukes. Zimandari horsemen? Yeah, they're back in there as well. Not their general. He's out of there. Yeah, see, I wanted you to attack that section of wall, but you've decided to fire at will. Oh, there you go. One of the units overshot. Okay, we got our... Okay, I think they've stopped firing again. Yep. So apparently there's I guess there's a problem with time dilation. They just screw up. Okay, so scale the walls. Go in for the attack. Howitzers attack the center. You men form the pocket. And these men are going to reinforce. These are Janissary Grenadiers, they don't screw around. So get up here in numbers. Are they going to I'm thinking they're going to come out to try and interfere with our plans. They're going to try and push out. So this first unit, the 5th Regiment, they are in trouble. Elsewhere, though, many men are pouring in. Yeah, they're bringing in the cavalry. Let most of these units just continue to mass on top of the wall. Enemy cavalry's trying to come out. This infantry's trying. What are you guys doing? Attack them, my Germans. My Germans are the good Germans. Yes, every grenadier we kill is a step closer to our goal. Don't climb down the walls, you doofuses. Oh, some of them are trying to push through the gate. I see. Well, let's see if I can just run men in. We've captured a gate by the looks of it. Let's see if I can run men off the walls. Get in here. That's right. Run around to different rows. There's more than one. You don't have to. You don't have to all go for the same ones. You men, get ready. 134th. They're going to fight your way in. As these men spill over the walls. Push forward into the center, all of you. They're only armed populace. Here have done well. There we go. Such a massive amount of force. It was just so not needed. I'll take it. By the living God, we're in. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Ardabil is ours. Let's repair the government. Actually, well, I could probably do with demolishing it, really. Building a civil one. My rake. Get up to Dagestan. The university, knock it down. Knock down the Ice Master's Forge.
Sir.
Yeah, you're going to want to go after Tbilisi. You're going to go after Yerevan.
Prepare for war. Your humble servant.
Some of these armies. Come on, you.
Yes.
You need to advance up to this part of the world with all speed.
Ready for setting up camp.
You probably aren't needed to go up this way, to be honest. So you're also going to give you an aggressive order to attack Ankara. Because yeah, next turn you'll be able to attack Jerusalem. Damascus is right there. Repair the trade building. Right, so the next step... I mean, we could just... Actually, you can attack Nasua Isat. And that will draw in these three armies plus the garrison. The garrison at Belgrade. So one of them can run for the garrison. One of them can attack Belgrade, take that city, and then the rest can fight their troops to the northeast of Belgrade. But yeah, it looks like the massive bulk of their forces is north of Istanbul, towards Lviv. So we want to make sure we don't that flank doesn't crumble. By the looks of it, we are just blitzing on into their homeland. We are liberating the peoples of the Balkans of the dreaded, crumbling Ottoman disease. Get everyone set up. Fairly generic. Ooh, yikes. Garcia, camels, Israeli. Okay, so I want you. You guys just get over here. Get one of the howitzers to just attack ground quicklime right here. They're shooting at us. There's a limit to how many. What I can focus on. You guys just hold the defensive line. Good, that's knocked a hole in them. Perfect. Yeah, stay where you are. Desert Camel mercenaries, get ready to fire. Just don't try and charge me. Gunners, engage that mortar battery. Give them a volley. Shot the officer in the throat. Camels charge into the rear. Retarget the howitzers. Make sure they're shooting at something else that's not my guys. The garrison infantry guards are in here. Excellent, so that's the cavalry broken. Hit another unit of horsemen. You're going to pop shots into those Janissary musketeers. Okay, let's try to get my cuirassier, see if I can thread the needle. Get around into the back of these guys. I don't think we're going to. Unless I just run through these guys. Into the back. Now we've got a big melee over here. Make sure my general's over here. My other cavalry unit over here as well. Okay, line up here and shoot at the back of those Janissary musketeers. You're at point blank range, your accuracy should be stupendous. The officer's popped off a pistol shot. Defend that native African infantryman. We're shooting a couple of them that are trying to kill him. Oh. Hold. Officer's popped off a pistol shot again. No! Yeah, this is usually a bad idea to fire into combats like that. I think I'm demonstrating it. I definitely don't need all this infantry sat here. Bring them back. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to crumble. They do have lots of Janissary musketeers in there, so it's not entirely surprising. Colonial Light Cavalry, General! Inspire your men! How about you? Oh, mon general! Everyone get involved. Charge in. You know, what's happening elsewhere? Oh, Belian are coming up to enjoy this battle as well. Charge! A real big old melee fight. Excellent. Everybody that's an infantryman in good shape. Warm up against the Fellaini. Everybody else, you men have done your duty superbly. The light cavalry can still do things. My poor camels. You're right, now there's the rest of the battle to fight. Especially a few of these guys that are just entrenched. They're just Semini. Cuirassier, get them back. You were too late to change the outcome. These units will sweep the enemy clear. Charge my light cav into them by the time they... Yeah, there we go. Okay, now let's speed up time. There you go, you men kill the Fellahin. Everybody else, advance. Kill the enemy general, but that's the Fellahin. Yep. Good. Light cavalry. So we're smashing the hell out of these enemy troops. Nope, the enemy Janissary Musketeers have abandoned their defences. And they paid the price. He's going to advance onto the Semini's fortified position. Let's make sure they're running. Use the light cavalry to get them to abandon their position. I didn't mean to charge them. Alright then. Go on, even my Fusiliers can get stuck in against Semini. This is much, much, much more bloody than it should have been. But you know what? I don't mind. I like a bit of difference. Oh, come on. Kill them. Kill them all. Oh no, my light cavalry were enough. There goes everybody else. So that was a super messy way of clearing out this part of the map.
By the left, march.
You can
Yes, sir.
probably stand to just auto this clump.
Undaunted,
It's
undefeated.
way more men than we needed to, but
Men, forward. Make ready.
Gerald Rawson. Take Belgrade.
Commands, seat.
Good. Repair the government building, build fortifications, and we can't really do anything else because anything else we do will just get attacked. Jareth Colgrove. Move to the northeast. Elroy Mallory, you can probably attack those guys. Good. You men replenish, although there are a couple of decent armies not far away. Let's recruit a bit of a relief column. Probably stand to move Ronald Babington down here as well to try help. Nice. Okay. I wonder what their economic situation's like. They're not bankrupt. They're war weary. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be suffering from large economic unrest just yet. Okay, then you
Make ready for battle.
maintain the siege of Minsk for now.
Rock in the star.
Luga, let's build a church school. Start getting you away from orthodoxy. Let's get you to good old-fashioned Protestantism. Relayabor, get a craft workshop and an industrial mining complex. St. Petersburg, let's start to stand up. Another army. Ready to move against the Prussians. These men are just going to hold. I want to see what these guys do. And also kick off this. Bring these guns up to Boston. Then let's see what happens.
Gathering supplies.
Up comes the reinforcements. Another army in Britain's done. Let's take the third right across. Right. I'm really curious to see how... I mean, the Ottomans are probably just going to mass... Our Lord and Saviour ought to resolve. I have faith in thee. Ah, there they all go. Blah, 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 blah. Not that we're that bothered. Don't worry, Crimea. You'll get yours. You can raid a few of our ports. That's absolutely fine. So they're moving more of their troops eastward, which is good. I am not going to help them. I want the Russians to push them back. Blast! Should have just attacked it. Oh well. We got Moscow, that's the main thing. Just means their army will be more spread out. Just like we want. Although they've made it clear they don't want to proselytize the Middle East. They think that's our job.
Withdraw! Withdraw!
Yep, cue lots of panicking from the Ottomans because they've got a lot of problems. I'm going to stop the recording though. Actually, I don't know. It's a bit funny watching them around, watching them freak out about what's just happened. It's clear that they're moving a lot of troops back towards Istanbul. So they're falling back to Bulgaria. They are massing some strength in the Caucasus. You're more than happy to raid. You can do what you like in that regard. Just
Proud and victorious.
okay, they've consolidated their strength a lot, which is entirely reasonable. So the Russians are going to mass and march on Moscow. Although this is almost certainly their last throw of the dice, if that is what they do. Mamelukes are, yeah, they're going to go chase down our trade fleets.
Sail for
Do we like our economic system has progressed beyond trade, Mamelukes? We are an entirely self-sustaining force now. We don't care what goes on in these trade zones now, really. Top gallants, and with that, that is the last thing. We've learnt everything there is to know. Port blockaded, port blockaded. Keep on investing. Good. Yeah, we're getting to the point at which we don't need... Well, we're going to run out of things to upgrade. You're going to go to Georgia. Don't worry about it yet.
your humble servant.
You men are going to push on towards Yerevan. Church school here at Rasht.
March! Make ready. Forward!
Something like that. So the first big win,
Sir.
which is Suez, build
At
a
the
craft workshop. We're going to take Jerusalem.
them.
We're down here at Elat, build the church school. Then we might be able to leave without them being too upset. We can indeed. Onward to Damascus. Because then,
Sir.
okay, you men
Sir.
attack Baghdad.
Ready and awaiting orders. We can't do that, sir.
These armies, two of them anyway, are going to make a run for Ankara.
Ready and
You're going to make a run for the crossing on the far side of Ankara. So Crimea is making bank, but the Ottomans are not. Okay, Timora, build a church school. Okay. Let's start to make use of some of these lands that we've just captured. When's your next town going to grow? It isn't, is the answer to that. Right, let's get rid of the craft workshop and replace it with a church school. Let's get rid of the military governor's encampment, and we can probably stand to wander off.
March!
We can indeed. Push down towards this area. You're going to attack the men at the silver mines.
Victory! Ready for order.
We're going to push down into Rumelia. Push forward. Build better roads. Make sure everybody is replenishing appropriately. How goes? What are the defences like at Istanbul? Comprehensive is the answer to that. It is tempting to see if we can go for if we can pinch Ankara. Let's see what sort of movement we get out of the army at Lisbon. Actually, you have to get up to Porto. See if we take...
On our way, awaiting further orders.
Okay, we'll be able to slingshot this army across the Med if they can't already reach it, which they can. I can't assault into Antalya because my ship is already there. But what I mean by slingshot is you could, if you didn't have enough movement, I could sail to Tunis, disembark the army, then embark them on a different ship with movement still, and then sail on the remaining distance. So this ship, get out.
Aye, sir.
Oh, we can nearly make it.
Run up the colors.
Ho, 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 ho. Problems ahoy for you. Even better if I take this almighty fleet and drop it right here. Now I've severed your empire in two. You cannot move your troops across the strait. Good. Lots of Janissary musketeers. Okay, they're on for Riga. We need to push for Kiev. So they've pushed out quite well in this area. It's a ticking clock for the Russian Empire in this part of the world. Petrovskaya is also.
Sir.
I wonder if they'll surrender. No, they will not. Very well. We'll fight this. We'll fight this properly. Looking at the timer, I believe it's time to end the episode. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for the Cutter of Petrovskaya. Cheers, everyone.